Hello, lighthearted Rainbow Tribe. I was out this morning in beautiful, bright blue sky, brilliant sun, and it's all changed in a few hours. That's Colorado for you. If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. Wonder if that could be an internal truth. If we don't like our internal weather, if we were to just be still and wait 5 minutes. So let us give ourselves that opportunity right now. Let's take a pause for the essential cause. It's really funny, you know, we live in the land of impermanence and no day is like any other. And yet I can show you the same scene for your moment of silence. It's the same view. And this morning when I walked out, the sun, rises right across the lake. That's the east, and it comes up over there, and all the new aspen trees were all backlit, and there's so many more of them opening out right now. It was just glorious. And during that silence, I was reflecting on how many places my system has been in the course of the several hours of this morning. How many different experiences, how many weather changes, how much has gone on here as this unfolds itself moment to moment. We live in a very strange world. And having lost our sense of tribe, our sense of being collective, a group of people who are committed to one another and to the truth, as that's what the Rainbow Tribe is. It's not only a survival group, the tribe, discovering, how to manage the necessities of life. It's a deeper discovery, a discovery of the presence and how the presence in us manages our life. It's very difficult to give up the illusion of control, the illusion of being somebody doing something. To be able to let go of the fear that if that isn't here, if the thoughts aren't here, then what is this? It's a beautiful opening. Everything is. Absolutely everything is a beautiful opening into the recognition of what is happening here, who we are, and what is real. And it's not something that comes from someone else. It's our own discovery. So I may appear to be someone else here, offering something, but you're the one who takes it in. You're the one who finds what rings true for you. You're the one that takes this expression and opens into it, relaxes and breathes deeply into it, and says, yeah, this speaks to something that wants to come alive here. And you discover that. And I don't mean you as a self. I mean you as this that is me. I've been interested for a really long time about what well-being is, what a full human being is, how that comes about. And there is an aspect that, for those who are familiar with the first chakra, the root chakra, this that is at the base of our spine, connects us with the earth and with our tribe. And it's very important to be rooted in the heart, so that this beautiful consciousness comes down into the heart and all the way down into the root, and then from the earth comes up and comes up into the heart, so that our lives are all coming out from the heart, as we were speaking to yesterday. I work with people. I'm so honored. And all of us have these places in our systems that have experiences that have left us with, I don't want to be here. And they ache in our hearts, they ache in our bodies, they ache in our minds, our spirits, and our souls. And sometimes they're different aches, and sometimes there's a pain so profound it's in all of those dimensions of our being. When we recognize the degree to which we are unhappy about the way it is on this planet, and the degree to which it has shut us down, cut us off, disconnected us, and the discovery that we can't be satisfied with that anesthetizing and drugging and sexing and spending money shopping or cleaning or, whatever our addictions are, just don't take care of us. That ache, those painful places in us, those places that have been scared and or hurt, that make us not want to be here don't go away. And so important is to be able to tell the truth about that and share it with somebody who doesn't have to agree. But they need to not say, oh, honey, get over it, or, feel better, or here's the solution for you, or whatever it is. But somebody who can actually stay and listen. And let your system have the opportunity, the space in the room, to express. I really hate the way people treat each other. I really do. And I hate the way I do it sometimes too. And so I resolved to make that different in myself, because I can't change it anywhere else. It comes from within us. And, we all know the golden rule. Every wisdom tradition on the planet has it in some way, shape, or form. Who's living by it? Anybody? Treat one another as thou wouldst be treated. Respect, kindness, at the very least. Let alone developing with one another some friendships in which the capacity to stay and listen is valued more than socializing, more than talking about relationships or work problems or what's going on in the government, or all that is good. There's nothing wrong with any of it. But these places that hurt, where our system is closed off and shut down because it doesn't like the way it is and doesn't want to be here, that doesn't change by talking about it. It's directly experiencing it and being able to share that with someone with empathic, kind listening. Because our system will open up and release those places very easily and usually very quickly. In that kind of an environment. So part of the mission here, this lighthearted mission, is to encourage people to develop that capacity, to show up, to be with one another in a different way. And sometimes, sure, we need to go through the comfort of talking about the weather or the politics or whatever it is before we feel like we can settle down with this person and maybe get into the meat of the matter. And those people who have become acquainted with this, they find it disappointing to not be able to go there with people. You end up feeling sad at the missed opportunity to make real contact with a fellow self, the fellow soul. And that can be risky. When we make that, something that we are hoping will happen in our encounters, and the other person maybe can't go there for whatever reason. That doesn't mean we can't still listen. And listen a little deeper. And reflect back from that deeper listening what we're hearing. So someone is saying, well, maybe my boyfriend and I are going to break up, and they're talking about it kind of matter of fact. I don't think it's going to go on much longer. And they're pretty much up in their heads, and you can tell they're staying a safe distance. They're talking about something that concerns them. They probably want some support, but they're having a hard time. And really all you can offer there is just to let somebody know, yeah, I hear that. I think that must be very difficult if you to look at the end of a relationship you've been in for a while. Oh yeah, but we've been fighting and a lot, and there just seems to be like something isn't working. And you can that sounds painful. And that's twice. And you might offer them a third time before you just kind of go, okay, they don't want to go there. It's too painful. They just want to blow off a little steam up here at the surface for a while. And that's okay. We don't have to have a rich and meaningful contact that's in a deep conversation. There can be a rich and meaningful contact by which we experience being there, open, available, kind, respectful, and considerate. And that remains within us. And the other person can feel that, even if that's not the topic of conversation. And, it may not be a long conversation. You may need to move on because your system is speaking to you and saying, I need something real. Or it may be that you take that risk and you say, here's where I am in relationships. I need something real. You won't know until you get there. There's no formulas to this, and that's very disconcerting. But love will out, truth will out. And the recognition that being able to be real as we are, wherever we are, is so precious and so wonderful and so a part of this basic goodness of who we are that we spoke of earlier. Was that earlier this week? I can't keep track. I think it might have been Monday. As always, may the beauty of this being that we are, that is here in our natural world, here in our natural beingness, become increasingly evident and bring a sense of appreciation for life, a greater willingness to be here as we are in the middle of this insane world while we go sane. Thank you as always for your participation. Wishing you the deepest joy, a heartfelt warmth in all your relations, and peace in this world.